Covering news that matters. Fox 23 News at 5 starts right now.
State leadership in Oklahoma City is pushing for more changes in the State Board of Education. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Nathan Thompson.
And I'm Shay Rozzi. Leaders from the state legislature, along with Governor Kevin Stitt, are supporting quick changes to a House bill that would allow Board of Education members to add items to meeting agendas. It's a big deal because right now only Superintendent Ryan Walters can do that.
New at 5, Fox 23's Devin Lyon is live in the newsroom after digging into this change and why it's moving forward so quickly.
These changes were announced just this morning and have since gained momentum at the state capitol. Now, it all goes back to the last Board of Education meeting where those 3 new members appointed by Governor Stitt were shot down from having any say on the board's agenda. If it becomes law, it could spread out the authority within the State Board of Education.
If 9 people want something and one person is keeping that from even being talked about, I think that's a problem. That's not really a board.
Is really about just a process we need to fix, that we have a state school board, and therefore the state school board should be able to have input on what goes on the agenda.
A major shift in the way the Board of Education operates is coming from all sides of state leadership. Wednesday morning, Governor Kevin Stitt, House Speaker Kyle Hilbert, and Senate Pro Tem Lonnie Paxton are pushing for a last-minute amendment to a House bill. The amendment would solidify into law that OSDE board members can add items to the agenda leading up to a board meeting, giving them more say on what's discussed and voted on in regulatory and special meetings. It would give those board members a chance to present areas of concern for the districts they represent. Monday morning, the bill unanimously passed out of an education oversight committee with bipartisan support.
Close the vote. Declare the vote.
9 ayes, 0 nays.
Representative, we'll send that as a due pass. Thank you very much.
Immediately after, I heard from State Representative John Waldron from Tulsa, who voted in this committee.
Tell me why you voted yes for it.
Well, I voted yes because a Board of Education should be a check on the power of a superintendent wherever they are. They should call into question the decisions of the superintendents if necessary, and they should have the right to raise issues and put them on the agenda if they're matters of public concern.
State leadership hopes it will fix a problem highlighted in last week's Board of Education meeting, where the 3 new board members appointed by the governor were constantly shut down by legal counsel. They were not allowed to add to the agenda, add to new business, or request special meetings.
The superintendent, as his role as the chairman of the board, sets the agenda.
Okay, is there law that says that? Where is the statute that says the board has no authority to set anything on an agenda?
House Speaker Kyle Hilbert says this has been an ongoing issue.
There were issues with the previous state superintendent where board members wanted to place items on the agenda and Superintendent Hoffmeister didn't want them on the agenda. And so unless the state superintendent authorized it, it didn't go on there.
State Superintendent Ryan Walters responded to the legislative efforts that received support from the governor and the state attorney general, Gentner Drummond. Quote, Governor Stitt and Attorney General Drummond want to continue to play politics with President Trump's mandates. I'll let them argue over this like kids in a schoolyard kickball game. I'm going to focus on fighting for the best interest of Oklahoma's parents and students, end quote. Discussion on this change will now go to the State House floor. Sources I have within the House tell me there are concerns with spreading out the power from someone like an elected superintendent to appointed board officials, but none of them are wanting to go on camera yet. But it is expected to be hashed out in the coming weeks. Live in Newsroom, covering news that matters. Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
State Attorney General Gentner Drummond weighed in on the bill. In a statement, the candidate for governor said in part, quote, now that his handpicked superintendent refuses to do his bidding, Governor Stitt wants to change the law to give his appointees full control of the education agenda. I applaud our legislative leaders for doing what they can to clean up the mess that Governor Stitt and Superintendent Walters have made of our public education system.